The glass cockpit in the 747-400 is the result of many years of technical expertise by Boeing. Through researching what worked for the flight crews and what didn't, what the pilots interacted with well and what they had trouble with, Boeing came up with an optimal solution. This solution is the Electronic Flight Instrument System, or EFIS, used in the 747-400, as well as several other newer Boeing models. So, what is glass anyway? The term is commonly used to describe an aircraft system that utilizes electronic displays with glass screens, hence the term. These displays allow the flight crew to view and monitor pertinent information for any system. As you can imagine, glass lessens pilot workload by centralizing and prioritizing information and through the use of computer graphics and controls, presenting it in an easily digestible form. In fact, such a high level of information presentation and automation has been achieved by today's glass systems that the flight engineer position has been eliminated. Now 2 pilots can do the work of 3, even in the most adverse situations. In this DVD, the glass is referred to as a mix of systems, not just the displays. For some odd reason, pilots coming up through the ranks have trouble transitioning to a glass cockpit. It seems logical that all the information in one place would be much easier. It's like the pilots are learning to make things easier on themselves, and that is the difficult part. Seems opposite, doesn't it? Throughout the years, the electronic systems used in glass cockpits have been made progressively easier to understand and to manage. Today's Electronic Flight Instrument Systems, or EFIS, manage a vast amount of flight data and critical systems data, thereby reducing pilot workload. This process, in turn, has strengthened the relationship between the aircraft and the pilot, and in the aviation world, there is not a more important relationship than that between man and machine. By learning to make your relationship with the airplane a strong one, you will be on the right track to becoming a great pilot, and more importantly, a safer pilot. In this DVD, the glass is referred to as a mix of systems, not just the displays, as I mentioned before. On the 747-400, there are 5 main glass components that we will focus our attention on the majority of the time. These are MCP, Mode Control Panel, PFD, Primary Flight Display, ND, Navigation Display, CDU, Control Display Unit, more commonly known as the FMC, and the ICAS, Engine Indication and Crew Alerting System. Many would argue the glass should be referred to as the PFD, ND, and ICAS, as these are the ones with glass screens. In our case, to make things flow better, we are going to present the glass in a form so you can understand the high level of integration between the components. Besides, they all work together and rely on each other. To take full advantage of the 747-400's automated glass cockpit, learning to skillfully operate the Big 5 is key. Let's look at each of these sections in detail. First, we will start with the MCP, followed by the PFD, ND, and lastly, the CDU. The ICAS indications will be taught throughout the systems, procedures, and the flight.